This podcast has been sponsored by Talkspace. You need a therapist, and I'm just a life coach. Use the link in the bio, in the description, below, to get a discount and get yourself some help, because I can only help comedians. And welcome to Life Coaching Comedians. I have a very special comedian. He is very dear to my heart. And, he is an overextended comedian. And we're here to hear him out and help him be less extended, I guess. Please give it up for Louie Centanni. Hey, Louie,
Hi.
how's it going?
It's going. It's going.
How's it going? You
It's
look
going.
very, very stretched out on that chair there.
I try to project an image that I can't maintain.
Oh, interesting. Well, I
Yeah.
love the honesty. I would say that we're off to a very, very good start. So what's this image that you're wanting to project?
Well, I've always heard, the old "fake it till you make it," and so
Oh,
by having a Buddha and like a really calming earth tony room behind me, I feel like maybe one day I will make myself a little calmer and be able to live a less overextended life. It's not working.
okay, it's not working for you. So would you say that when you say you're looking for a calmer lifestyle or a calmer life, do you find yourself, overwhelmed, anxious?
I feel like it's trendy to say you're anxious, so I'm not going to use that word. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel I say yes too much. I I
Oh, you're a
I
yes
say
man.
yeah. I saw that Jim Carrey movie, and
Mm-hmm.
I was basic, and I just said
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make that my life, and I need to say no.
Hmm. Would you call yourself basic or beta?
uh, Yeah, I mean, I suppose it depends on who's looking at me from what angle.
Well, do you see
I is
yourself
it
going from relationship to relationship fairly easily?
No, I'm a one woman man, and I'm happy with my wonderful fiance.
Oh, wow, you have a fiance now. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. She loves that word, and so I need to make sure that I use it so that the universe hears it as often as possible. Fiance, we speak French, at least one
Oh,
one word.
okay, okay. So, you propose to please her, satisfy her, and tell her everything that she wants to hear, or because you actually want to make that commitment?
I want to be with this woman for the rest of my life.
Oh, okay.
And that's not me making a joke. That's real.
That's amazing. I'm very, very happy for you. So,
Yeah.
when you say that you say yes too much, um, do you think that you're saying yes too much in your personal relationship with your fiance?
Uh, I do appreciate you using the French accent. I think that will please her very much. I don't think I say yes too much to my fiance. I think I say yes the appropriate amount to a
Okay.
fiance. I think that if there were an average amount of yeses and nos in a relationship with a fiance, I have achieved and perhaps excelled in matching that ratio. I don't know what I just feel like that's not the issue.
Okay. Well,
Am I being
I
stubborn already with my life coach? Is that
No,
what I'm
I
doing?
don't think you're being stubborn. I think you're being very articulate and you sound very educated. And I am very pleased to have a client of such, excalibur and intellect. And I'm ready to dive deeper with you on this subject. And it sounds like the relationship with the fiance is going quite well. So, what area in your life do you feel like you're saying yes too much to?
Time commitments. I've never
Mm-hmm.
been able to manage time. I have no gauge on if I have time to do stuff. People will ask me, "Do you have time to help me move?" and I will not look at a schedule. I will just say yes, and then next thing I know, I'm helping like 3 people move in one day. And so I don't think about time as having limits,
Hmm,
and that's as a
okay.
problem.
Call Louie when you need a moving friend. Okay.
I
Um,
and I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
you shouldn't because I'm definitely going to give you a call. But okay, so time management seems to be a problem for you, Louie. Do
Yes.
you have a calendar? I mean, you're a performing comedian. You travel quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you have some time management. You have to in order to be able to do those things.
Yeah.
So would you say that your time management with your comedy career is how would you grade it on a grading scale A to F?
So I think when it's there's money involved and that's stuff like that where I will lose money. I think suddenly I manage the time very well. But like I'll take a weekend in Arizona, for instance, and then I'll tell somebody in San Diego, yeah, I'll be at your party on Friday night. I just say yes,
Mhm.
and then I'm not going to be able to do both. And
Mhm.
sometimes I mean that's an extreme one where I just have to disappoint them or maybe make them happy if they didn't actually want me there. But
Mhm.
but if it's in San Diego, I'll do the same thing. Like I have a show at night in San Diego, and then I'll say yes to other things. And
Mhm.
so the comedy isn't the problem. I don't know. I keep telling you what's not the problem, but there's a problem.
It's good to identify what the problem is not. So let's circle back to when you said, when it has to do with money, you seem to have good time management, which makes sense. But have you thought of this saying? I'm sure you've heard it before. Time is money, right?
I've never heard it used at me before.
Oh,
At
well, I'm not
at me.
speaking at you. I'm speaking with you. There's a difference. We're having a conversation here, okay? How
Okay.
was your relationship with your mother? Did she speak at you a lot? I mean, the last name Centanni, I imagine an Italian mother was yelling at you a lot.
No, Italian mothers, they don't yell. They're very passive aggressive.
Mm, mhm,
That's the way they rear their children is, oh yeah, do that. That's a good idea.
hmm.
And so I didn't get yelled at as much as I disappointed a good amount.
Oh, well, maybe different Italian mothers from different regions are different. That was not my experience. But anyway, we're having a conversation about your time management, Louis. We're trying to come up with a conclusion. We're going to identify what the problem is. And what the problem is, I think, is you being a yes man, beta boy, and only really respecting time when it comes to money is you don't really respect yourself, right? If you don't
Is
respect
beta is
yourself, you're not going to respect your free time.
I'm a little hung up on the term beta boy here. Is that because I hear that is that like a are they using that in in music now, or is that like a political term now? I mean, I get the concept. I know what a beta
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, like an alpha, beta, omega, the different types of
a,
class
a
social
coronavirus.
structures. Yeah, you're not a disease. I don't
Okay.
think you're that low. But a
Why is
beta
it
just
why is it that beta fish eat each other if they're together? Does that make one of the beta fish an alpha fish?
no, it just means that one of the betas, the one that eats the other, is usually the female, which is exactly what happens when a woman is dating a beta. They eat you alive.
They eat us
'Cause they
alive.
always say yes. They say yes because 'cause they're just
Okay.
pleasers. They just wanna please,
Yes,
There's no
it's true.
backbone. They wanna be liked. They want everyone to like them. And, that is a typical trait for someone that wants to make it in show business, And Louis, you're a very likable guy. You don't even have to say yes to try. You don't have to say yes. You didn't have to say yes to be on this podcast to make me like you. I already liked you? So I think something that would be really great for you to practice if you're not ready to say no, don't give your word right away, right? Because a true man, and not just a not just a beta, but an alpha, or better yet, an omega, you know. They are very careful with giving their word. They only give it if they know that they can hold on to it and
So what do you
follow
s- what
through.
what is the word you say when you're not giving your word yet? Do you say maybe? Do you say I'll think about it?
Don't even say maybe. Don't even say I'll
So,
think about it.
so I just ignore people. If they
No,
ask me
you
something,
don't.
I just
You
I
don't
just
ignore
ignore the
people. I mean, you can if it's someone that you don't want to engage with. That's
huh.
perfectly okay. But the correct thing to say would say, "Hey, thank you so much for thinking of me. I'll consider it and get back to you."
Okay. Okay. That seems like I'm big leaguing people if I do that. Like
No, not at all.
if somebody says, "Hey, can you help me move?" and my response is, "Thank you so much for considering me. I'll think about it and get back to you." I feel like that's a pretty big league move right there.
No, you got the words mixed up, first of all, Louis. It's thank you so much for thinking of me. I'll consider it and get back to you. Or in a case like that, when someone's asking for a favor, you could say, hey, I would be delighted to help you. However, I need to check my schedule first and see my availability, and I'll get back to you. Everyone is
That's
very busy.
the
Everyone's
check
very
the
busy.
schedule. The check I always felt like check my schedule sounded like a someone who wanted to sound more important than they are. Like saying I'll check my schedule. It's like who really I know we
Well,
do
if
have
you don't
schedules.
want to say check my schedule, there are other ways that you can say I'll check my schedule without being, oh, let me check my schedule. You can
So what's
say,
an
hey,
example?
an example is, hey, let me just make sure I don't have any other prior commitments,
Okay,
right?
it sounds like I'm gonna have to just toughen up and not worry about
Grow a pair of
sounding
balls, you beta boy.
self-important. I don't want people to hear me talk and be like, "Ooh, he thinks he's self-important." Because really, I don't think I'm that important. I'm just a guy.
But it's honest, right? It's a truthful response because you have a problem of overcommitting, overextending, saying yes before you even know you're available. So, well, the other thing you can do is you can not respond until you check your schedule and actually see if you can say yes or no, if you have such a hard time with that. And then your friend asks you to move, you realize that you have something else going on, you text them back and say, "Hey, bud, I wish I could help you, but I already have a commitment for that weekend." But it sounds like you don't like saying no and you don't want to come off like a douchebag. The problem here, this is the root of your problem, Louie. The root of your problem is that you're codependent on society and what they think about you and how they observe you because you care about how you're being observed and you need securities inside.
That's that's a perceptive thing for you to say. That's why you're the life coach.
Mm,
What's on your coffee mug? I need to know these things.
it is New York, the state of New York.
The
Yeah.
state of New York. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I have nothing else for that. I just was curious. I didn't know.
I mean, clearly you diverted the conversation and changed the subject. So maybe there's a little bit of uneasiness. Maybe you're a little uncomfortable because I brought up the point that you may have some insecurities, and that is not an attack on you, Louie. Everyone has insecurities. I have insecurities about my skin, for example. I break out all the time because even though I'm a life coach, I too, you strive for a life of calmness, and I have a Buddha, and I rub its belly, and I have, all the essential oils and all the relaxing teas. And there's just some days where I want to pull my hair out. And it's mostly because of my clients that won't listen to me. So
It, d-
you
d-
can
d-
help me, Louie. We can help each other. You
but
can help
I
me
feel like
by
if I feel like
listening to the advice I'm giving you.
I feel like if I say yes to the advice that you're giving me, I'm just doing my own problem again, saying yes. I feel like for
No.
me to grow out of the saying yes crutch, I need to say no to
Mm-mm.
somebody who's telling me to say
No, 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 no.
no.
I see what you're doing here, Louie, because you're not saying yes to me. By saying yes to the advice I'm giving you, you're saying yes to you to make a change to solve the problem at hand.
This sounds like circular logic here.
Call it
But
what you want.
would you like me to try it for the rest of this? I can say yes if you would like me to. I'll say yes to
It's
me.
not
Saying yes
about
to me.
just saying yes here, Louie. It's about doing.
Doing
Maybe we can
yes.
try some role play. Would you like to try some role play?
Let's do some role play.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I'm giving you a call, okay? All right. Ring,
That's actually
ring,
that's my ringtone. Hello.
ring. Hey, Louie. This is Jessica from work.
Hi, Jessica from work.
Hi, Louie. I was giving you a call because, we're throwing this surprise party for the boss, and I'm just so busy, with all these TPS reports that I really need someone to kind of take over the role of planning the party. And since you're just so good and, you do your comedy stuff and all of that, we nominated you to put together the party, and it's gonna be on Friday. Louis, you there? Hello, Louis. Louis.
I don't have my calendar, so this is what I would do. I would just say nothing.
Okay, okay. I see what you're doing here. So you would just say nothing.
But until I check my calendar, then I tell her later.
Okay, so how about, oh hey Jessica. Let me look at my calendar really quick and see what I have going on
That's
over the next 4 days. Let me look at my workload,
that does sound
and I
less
can get
socially
back to you.
awkward than what I did. I think
Yeah,
that's a better idea than what I did.
if you have access to your calendar, you can say, "Hey, Jessica, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. That's awesome that you're doing that for the boss. Just get if can you hold on just a couple minutes? Let me look at my calendar really quick while I'm on the phone here and see what I have going on and see if this is something I can add on to my workload."
Can we try it again?
Sure.
Try it.
You want to do the same scenario or you want to be challenged with something else?
I've mentally prepared for the same one, but if you think I can
Okay,
handle the next step,
we can do the same one, okay?
I think I'm ready for this one.
Okay. Ring.
Hi, Jessica from work.
Oh, hi, Louie. I didn't realize you had my number saved. How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Listen, there's something that came up at work, and the big boss's birthday is coming up on Friday, and I've been meaning to plan the big surprise bash that
Let
we
me
have
check my
going on.
calendar. Let me check my calendar, Jessica. I'm not available. Was that too fast? Did I do it too
It was
fast?
it was a little too fast.
It was a
It
little
was a
too
little too
fast that time.
You gotta wait
Uh,
until, they ask the question. Let's
I
try a different scenario this
different
time. Let's try
scenario. Different
let's
scenario.
try a different scenario, okay?
Is it still?
Ring.
Oh, it's still with phones. Hello.
Hey, Louie, bro, what's going on? It's your boy Joey.
It's my brother, Joey. Hey, Joey, my boy.
Hey, Louie. So, hey, guess what, bro? Turns out, like I was supposed to help my girlfriend like move tomorrow, and I like totally forgot. And like, I just got caught with some work stuff or whatever. So like I told her, that you could help out. So can you be there tomorrow morning at 8:30?
No.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on. Help me out. You owe me one. I drove you, picked you up last weekend, bro. When you had, when you were too drunk to drive home and you said that you owed me one. This is how you're going to pay me back. You owe me.
I don't drink.
Bro,
I just feel like let me check my calendar.
oh, okay.
No, I still can't do it. I checked. I checked my calendar and I
All
can't
right,
do it.
bro, whatever. Okay, it's fine. Forget you. Bye.
Are we still bros? Are we still friends?
See, that wasn't too bad.
I think I handled that one well. I think that was the best I did.
Okay, so I'm starting to notice a trend here, and maybe it's just do you find that it's easier for you to say no to other men and harder to say no to women?
I I viewed Joey as a woman imitating Joey. So no.
Mhm. Okay,
Problem is
okay, okay.
I can see your face, and so it's hard for me to I'm really bad at role play is really what's going on. I think I'm
Hmm.
better. I think it'd be better if somebody named Joey actually called me right now.
Okay. Well, I would say from the first role play exercise and the second role play exercise to the third, that was a vast improvement. So I'm very proud of you, Louie.
I think you're doing the best you can with me.
I think you're doing the best you can, and I appreciate your efforts.
So that's all I
So
can do.
that's all you really can do. But the real question here, Louie, is are you going to apply this in real life?
Yes. No. I can say no if I want to. I'll check my schedule and tell you, but also yes, I'll do it. See, I'm doing it. So yes.
Yes, you are doing this, but this has nothing to do with checking your schedule. Setting a boundary and choosing not to commit to something, it has no reflection of your schedule whatsoever. Personal boundaries are important.
If I'm already overextended, is a boundary going to make it easier, or is that just another thing that will feel like an extension?
No, it's not
Extension's
gonna
the
feel
wrong
like an
word.
extension. It'll actually be
Other thing.
very freeing. It'll be
Free.
very freeing when you stop allowing more things into your life that are taking away from your energy, right? We are energy beings. We're filled with energy, right? It's
No.
like take this cup for
Yes.
example. Take this cup for example. I had tea in it and it was filled all the way to the top. And, this conversation with you, although it has been, very productive, it takes energy from me. And so I need to, keep sipping from my cup to regain my energy from you exhausting it. So now the tea is half full or half empty, whatever if you're a pessimist or optimistic, right? So this is you, this is the cup. And
I'm a
every
cup.
time you say yes to something, the tea gets lower and lower and lower and lower until it's empty. And then you have nothing left for you or your fiance. So, what you have to do, Louie, is you have to stop the cup from leaking by saying no. And then the other thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that you are filling your cup, doing all the things that give you energy. Because if your cup is overflowing, then everyone reaps from the overflow, even when you say no.
I find it interesting that you say we are energy, but then we're running out of energy. I don't. I.
Energy drainers. Joey calling you at the last
I'm not
minute,
sure if your
always
metaphors
asking
are
for a
all
favor.
aligned.
Well, you
Yeah,
know
I'll
what?
say
We
no to
can
Joey. That's
agree.
my
We
that's
can
my
agree
brother. I
to
have no problem with
disagree.
that.
We can agree to
On
disagree
what?
on metaphors. On metaphors.
Oh,
Metaphor
metaphors. Metaphors.
schmetaphor,
Okay. I just
So,
thought it was like a general agree to disagree, and then in a moment that there was no agreement or disagreement. But
okay, well,
okay.
I can change the metaphor to, a cup with holes in it. Every
You
time you say yes, you poke a hole in the cup and it
you're a big
starts to
fan of
leak
cup
out.
metaphors. Are cups your favorite?
Would you prefer a bottle?
I think we'll go back to the cup. I'm more of a cup guy than a bottle guy.
Mm,
It's
interesting.
environmentally sound.
Mm. Hmm. Depends on what the cup is made out of.
I just realized people are gonna think I'm lying because 'cause I'm drinking a bottle this whole time. And see, I'm worried about them again.
Plastic is terrible for the environment.
That's true.
So terrible. All right, so Louie, it seems like I'm confident. I'm confident that you will take action with this in your life.
I feel like my hopes for transformation were maybe a little too high for a 25-minute session over Zoom.
Well, it's not just one session, Louie. You have to come back. You have to come back.
Come
I'm
back.
going to give you an assignment. Yes, you have to come back for another session. You can't just be a one and done. Are you a one pump chump? Are you going to cross the finish line?
I feel like that was a reference that goes against the entire ethos of your transformational life coaching.
What?
One
A one pump chump?
I don't wanna be that guy. I don't wanna be that guy, and I'm
No,
disgusted
nobody
I'm
wants to
disgusted
be
by the
that guy.
suggestion.
Nobody wants to be that guy. Clearly, you're not. You have a fiance.
My fiancé.
This is a marathon, not a sprint, Louis. Okay. So I'm going to give you an assignment.
Yes,
Okay. And
I'll
then I
do it.
want you to come back, schedule another session in the next 4 to 8 weeks. Okay.
You got it.
Okay. So
Let me check my
let's,
schedule.
that's
I think I u
exactly That's exactly what's the answer I wanted. You're gonna check your schedule, and then you're gonna
um,
go on the life coaching comedian's schedule, and you're gonna pick a date that works for you, okay? You're
there we
not
go.
committing to a specific date. You get to choose the date, okay? Just like you chose this date today.
Taking
It's
back
in
power.
your
I like
it's
this.
in
Going
your
from
hands. It's in
beta to
your
alpha to
hands.
omega.
Okay, now checking your schedule.
Yes.
Besides your comedy schedule, do you have a personal schedule? Do you have a calendar?
That's another problem, but I don't think we have time to get it. I have too many schedules. I have too many calendars, and I know my comedy calendar and I know my work calendar. But then like, oh, my social calendar. I don't know what's going on.
Mhm. And are all these calendars electronic calendars through Gmail accounts, Outlook calendars, etc.?
A couple of them are, and then I got a
Mhm.
whiteboard. I use a whiteboard,
Okay.
and I got
Okay.
like an old-fashioned planner.
Ooh,
Um,
old-fashioned
I don't
planner.
I don't know
Write
where
it
that is
down?
though. I lost that
Okay.
one, yeah. But
All
it's got
right.
a
So
lot of important stuff in it, so I need to find it.
your assignment is to find your old-fashioned calendar, okay?
Okay.
Your work is separate. You have that at work on your Outlook when you go to work. Don't worry
Yes.
about that. Okay. So
Yes.
on your old fashioned calendar, you're going to have your comedy schedule and your personal schedule on there. And you just
Yes.
block out the hours that you're at work. Okay. And you're
Okay.
going to carry that with you just like you carry your comedy journal, your joke book. Okay.
That's electronic.
Okay. Well, if you prefer electronic, that's fine. I highly recommend getting an old school, your old school planner, you write in it.
Yeah, but then I lose it. I lost that one.
Don't lose it, Louie.
Okay, that is probably the best solution.
Don't lose it. Like I said,
Okay.
carry it on you like you do your jokes, your joke book.
That's fair. That's fair. You're making good points.
Or get a combined planner that the planner and you write your jokes in it. It's 2022. Get something new.
Okay. I'm
All
gonna
right. I think you can
I
do it.
gotta do I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it. I will do
Oh,
it.
love that. Love that. Okay. And you focus on that. And by the time you get back, we'll see how much you transformed on your own. And if we need to continue to work on this topic, we can, or we can evolve to the next thing.
I love the sounds of this. I believe this has helped me a great deal.
That's so wonderful to hear.
Great deal.
Well, Louie, I'm so glad that you came out today and had this lovely conversation with me. So tell our audience here, if you have some upcoming shows. where people can check you out?
Yeah, yeah. If you're in the Sacramento area, on February 10th, I'm doing a show at Laughs Unlimited, um, and that'll be a fun one. Come to that one. And then if
Cool.
you're
Laughs
in,
Unlimited is so much fun.
yeah, yeah, I'm excited. And then Southern California, I'm doing weekends here in mid-March at Comedy Heights in San Diego. That'll be the kind of what's it called? The St. Patrick's Day weekend. So come on out, have a
Mm.
drink, have some fun. It's a BYO drink, BYOD, BYOB.
Oh,
Why
so
did
you
I
don't have
change?
to drink
Why did
craft
I
beer
change
if you don't want.
BYOB? Yeah, no, you don't have to. For their Saturday shows, it's a great show. And then weekend after that, I'm in Los Angeles area, Valencia, doing JR's Comedy Club. It's gonna be fun. So come to any of them, all of them. There'll be more. Check out. Can I plug my website and stuff and my
Yeah,
Instagram?
absolutely.
Yeah, go to Louie Centanni.com, or there's my Instagram. I put everything there too at Louie Centanni. So or no, that's not my Instagram. That is so
Oh,
my I don't
no.
did I tell you the wrong one? It's Louis Comedian, just at Louis Comedian.
Okay, let's fix that really quick.
That
Louis
used to be. That
Comedian.
used to be. I just gave you my name. That's my yeah, there we go, at Louis Comedian.
Well, make sure y'all check out Louis on IG at Louis Comedian and his website, Louis Centanni.
I gotta
And
align those.
yeah, it's fine. You could totally change it back, but probably someone stole it by now.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be enlightened with me every Sunday. And don't be like Louie. Don't say yes to everything. Create personal boundaries and make sure you're drinking lots of water and doing your yoga daily. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Namaste.